Sorry. There
No,
we
all
go.
good. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, guys. Again, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. This was more to touch base and ask questions. And I know there's a lot going on with COVID, and all of our states are doing other things differently. But I just wanted to review a few things, make sure we're on the same page moving forward, so you can take this back to your teams. We are, and I wish Jesse was on this call. Jesse Branham is the guy that's going to kind of be running this shindig. It's going to be considered kind of like a third-party event, so it's going to be pretty much him and his crew running it. We'll have I'll be there most likely. Susan will probably be there too, depending what else we have going on SoCo-wise, because now that everything's getting pushed back, looks like August and September we're going to be busy every weekend. So we'll be there. Sorry, go ahead. Did someone say something? My bad. So that's what it's looking like. It will take place at 20 Mile CrossFit, which is in Parker, Colorado. That is what I did send to you guys. These people have been great. They pretty much gave us full reign on wherever we wanted to do it. I have yet to visit the facility. But just so you guys know, when it comes to returning to play or practice or facility guidelines, as of right now, we're looking good. Gyms in pretty much everywhere are at 50% capacity for the most part, and there are some areas that are pretty strict. But the city of Denver actually just released yesterday morning guidelines going off the square footage of the facility, and you can have up to 50% capacity or an X number of participants pending the size of the facility. So that being said, our goal, we can get to it, is to have 50 to 65 lifters total. I think that was Jesse's thought process in the back of his head. We typically have between 25 and 35 here consistently in Colorado. I know some of our guys and gals can't participate in this event because they won't be able to train. So we really want to make this a multi-state fun invitational that we can get going this year, and then offer it again moving forward and make it bigger and bigger each and every year. So that's our goal number-wise. I know Jesse has a lot of contacts in Parker. He's a gym owner himself. He's been a forever coach, but they're going to get like food trucks and stuff like that to have right outside, so you guys won't have to travel. Parker is a super cool little town in Denver metro area, so we'll be able to maybe get some breaks, and we'll try to get some food donated or stuff in that nature. And then he's even going to actually reach out to a couple hotels and see if we can't get a couple blocks reserved for people traveling from the state. So I would hold off on that stuff till I talk to him, and I'll send you guys info on that. So you can reserve, at your leisure and kind of go from there. So it will be a one-day event. It'll just be that Saturday. I think no matter what, if we end up getting more than 65 people interested, we might just have to do a quota, sadly. We don't want to go nuts with all the COVID stuff going around. We want to control what we can moving into this event. And again, we're just going to treat it like a typical lifting invitational. Everyone will be mixed together. And there's going to be no fee, which is great for this year outside. I mean, you guys will have to cover your own travel costs and things of that nature, but we'll figure out the medals and the shirts and stuff on our end. So do you guys have any questions for me so far? It's all pretty basic stuff.
Yep, I'll ask a couple. So I know you've told me the date before, and there was kind of, it might have moved, it wasn't going to move. What's the date we've settled on, just so I can write
Saturday, September 12th, 100% for sure. It's not going to change from that. If there's issues and we have to cancel, we're just going to cancel. So that is the final date that we're going to roll with.
Okay. What time are you starting?
Typically, we start at 10 a.m., our typical events, but that's also going to rely on how many people and lifters we have. And based on COVID, if we have to do shifts. So that's something that Jesse talked about as well. If we had to do like an AM and a PM shift to try to get all three lifts in for each person, we typically run our event super slow up here for good reason. We just take our time with it and have fun with it because we have a small group of lifters. We usually go from like 10 to 3:30. So I imagine if we start earlier than that, I'd say 9. But I'm going to finalize all that stuff with Jesse as we get registrations in.
So when you say 10, is that weigh-in at 10, or is that first bar off the ground at 10?
You guys will probably do weigh-in between 9 and 9:15. Okay. Or 9:15 and 9:30. However Jesse wants to set it up. I want to see the gym still. I haven't made my way down there yet, but you guys will start. The competition will start at 10 a.m.
Okay. And then I know you talked about travel is the only thing we're going to have to pay for. Food trucks, are we going to have to pay for the food on the food trucks also?
Yeah, you guys will be on your own for everything out. Like there's just going to be no fee for the event.
Okay.
If Jesse knows a lot of people, so he's going to do everything in his power to get something donated.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to promise or get that expectation up for you guys.
And I want to lay that out there for my team that they'll probably have to pay for this, and then we can always back off and say, hey, this was donated, but I'd rather go that direction
100%.
and say this is going to be covered, and then it's not. So, okay.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I know you said that pretty much you're going to be following the restrictions as they come about through your state. Is wearing masks while lifting going to be a thing?
So as of right now, it's not. Shaka, you may be able to speak of this maybe down in your area, but like my gym's been open since the day after Memorial Day, and you have to wear a mask to get tested and ask the questions to get your temp taken, but you don't have to wear it while you lift. Even our return to practice guidelines, we're opening up in 2 weeks for practice, and we're not requiring a mask if it's going to inhibit your ability to breathe while you compete. So, again, I can't speak. If the state requires that, we're going to have to follow it, but as of right now, that's not something we're going to worry about.
Okay.
Do you guys run more than one station at a time, or is it just you're strictly doing deadlift and then?
Yeah, we go through each lift. So everyone will go through their lifts by division. So Jesse and all them we'll do entry forms, obviously, and I'll get to that in a second. But we typically start with squat. Then we do a break because squat typically takes the longest. Then we do lunge. Then we'll do bench, and then we'll finish with dead because that's usually the most exciting as well. So, and that will be the plan for now, pending how many lifters we have.
Okay.
And then just to kind of touch base with that, if you guys want another date, I'm going to create a classy page for this, but I don't know if we're going to use it yet. I might just have everything flow through me for now. Your athletes will need updated medicals through your state. So that's something you guys will have to get to me, as well as your entry forms. I'll work with Susan on those, but I will send you guys an email of the specific entry form that I'm going to need. And I'll need a copy of all your athletes' medicals as well to be safe. But the due date for that stuff is going to be August 21st, which I believe is a Friday when I looked earlier. But I would like to have everything in and ready. If you have an athlete trying to get a medical prior to that and you know they're going to have it, like if their doctor's date is like the 26th, like that's completely fine as long as they have it there at the day of. But if they don't have an active medical for your state, they will not be able to participate. That's something we'll have to be strict with.
Are you going to allow the 6-month grace period?
Yeah, most likely, yeah. I mean, we're going to follow that with everything that we're doing. So we just don't want new athletes coming or someone that's been sitting on it for like a year. But I trust you guys to handle that aspect of it.
Yeah, we just had a conversation about that today, trying to figure out how that's going to look going forward. So
yeah, we're worried about it, but I think it'll be okay. So so that's the plan. So August 21st will be the due date for everything. So in the next couple weeks, our virtual summer games are next week. So once I kind of get through, I'd say July 4th, I'll kind of buckle down and get you guys everything that you need so you can start preparing. I'll be hoping to have hotel blocks through Jesse for you guys. If not, we can at least get you some hotels in the area. And my goal is to actually go check out the facility before I reach out again with specifics as well. So those are the major things that I had for now. Again, I wish Jesse told me he was going to be on. I wish he was on just in case, but you guys seem to know what you're doing. So do you guys have any other specific questions for me?
All this information I can talk to my delegation about, but I'll leave out the fact that we don't know about the hotel blocks. I won't even talk about that yet. And I'll probably leave the food part off right now because I don't need to know about that as well. So any idea, ballpark, when you think you'll get back to us with after you've seen the venue? You said after your summer games or your virtual games are in 2 weeks, you said?
No, they're next week, but then we have the 4th. My goal is to get everything to you guys by – sorry, I'm looking at my written calendar.
That's cool.
July 11th is my goal to reach out to you guys with the most up-to-date, hopefully have blocks of hotels, information, stuff for that nature that I'll have as much finalized by then as possible to get to you guys. So plan on July 11th receiving that email.
And then from that point, we'll get you registration stuff back and all our medicals and stuff back to you after that.
The due date for that stuff will be August 21st.
Okay.
I'll just get you more information on July 11th. So August 21st will be the final due date for entry into the invitation.
All right.
Now, are you going to, before the 24th, are you going to need kind of like an anticipated head count from us?
100%. Yeah. And I'm just, in all honesty, I'm going to go off your entry form. Part of our entry form is a coach roster. Like that's the first page of it. So you'll see it's all fillable PDF online. You can fill out all your coaches that are coming, anyone that's going to help with the athletes that day we need on that coach roster. And then you'll enter the athlete's information on the actual powerlifting entry aspect. So yeah. And then I'm just going to go off that. Again, if it's hit or miss or you bring a helper you didn't know about, like we'll figure that out as we go. But
Okay.
As much information as you guys can get me on there. If you guys do have special circumstance lifters, like for instance, we have a guy in our Western region that has one arm and dude deadlifts like a maniac. Just let us kind of know ahead of time so we can prep for it just to be safe. That was by far the coolest part of our last summer games. I thought it was awesome to see him deadlift like 185. So if you guys have any special circumstances or anything, you can just throw that on the entry form, shoot me an email, just so we can prep for anything that may come our way. Shaka, were you going to say something? I thought I heard you.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's you guys can go on his website and look at his gym if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It's a 20-mile CrossFit, and it's in Parker, Colorado. It's a CrossFit box, so that's basically it.
So then what we'll probably do, our goal for the day will be to get through the event. Everyone will kind of take a break at the end. And just like we do like at our state competition or our regional competition, we'll just do awards all one time at the end. So we'll set up where people were lifting. And the only issue, because it is a CrossFit gym, would be like if we can only have 100 people, like we might have to have some spectators step out or people taking turns taking pictures and stuff like that. So I think the more important part is getting these guys and gals lifting again, no more than anything.
Great.
I can send you a link to their website too, so you guys can check it out. So.
And you might have said this, but will there be a limit on spectators? Or is it just
that's
on how many?
It's going to depend on obviously how many lifters we have, space in the gym, and all of that type of stuff. So once I get a better feel for it as well, I'll talk to Jesse. I know they hold competitions there all the time. They're doing like a bench competition the weekend after us. And it typically has up to 150 people, he said, but I don't know how he rotates them in and out. That's a great Jesse question. So let me find out for sure on that, and I'll get you guys that info by that July 11th email.
All right.
Just so you guys know. But again, you guys are in the business, so you understand like these guidelines change nonstop. So we're going to follow what the state and the county say more than. All right, I think that's all I got for now. What else you guys got for me?
I think I asked everything I needed to know.
Cool.
Yeah, me too.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, I hope this all pans out and everything happens, man. It would be great to have you
looking
guys.
forward to it. Thanks for this meeting.
Yeah, please reach out with any questions. Again, our thought is to make this a yearly annual invitational just as an added aspect to our powerlifting event as well. So hoping to get it off the ground this year. And if you guys need anything before July 11th, please feel free to reach out, call me, shoot me a text, email me. We can figure stuff out as we go.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
As always, Susan, you knocked it out of the park. Good job.
Appreciate it, brother. We'll see you soon, Dave.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hey, guys.
Susan, did you record it to the cloud?
No.
To your computer?
I'll get it to you, though.
Just send it to me.
What do you need